Okay, number one went well. This guy, number two, I believe it was at 200 beats per minute is when you were no longer lined up with the metronome. So timing was off at that point. So I want you to try this one again, but instead of in a video going up in the 20s, I want you to do a full practice session. Okay, I want you to go from the 60 to 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, and all that. I want to see if that makes a difference and if that fixes the issue. Because perhaps you would nail it if you did go up in fives. Don't know yet. So if you could do that, that would be great. So no need to wait until next week to do so. As soon as you have the time to practice this one again, just start recording it, going up in fives until you don't feel like you can go on any further, or just stop at the 240. Well, let's see if that fixes it, okay? So because we're carrying this one over, we just got two new things for right now, because this is technically the third, but we'll get there. So with the scale type thing, so alternate picking was good, speed and timing was good. And you just talk about like sound quality. So I think sound quality is fair. I can hear the metronome, I can hear the guitar. I do question if the muting can be improved on the higher pitch strings though, because it does seem like you have unwanted string noise sometimes on when you're on the higher pitch strings. So like I think what's happening is your right hand is too far this way. So it's not always a guarantee, but something that can greatly help improve the chances of muting being better is don't pick back here, pick directly over the neck pickup. Because if you're over here, the chances of you being too far to the right and not hitting your strings to mute, you can't, there's no way. So what happens when people try and mute really close to the bridge here so they can be ready for palm mute stuff is their hand drifts too far to the right. So maybe from this angle it looks like I'm touching the strings, but watch what happens. And actually, well, we'll see if that setting works. Hear that? It's not good. Should sound like this. Versus, so it looks like my hand's sitting on something. Worried about my hand placement so much it screwed up the scale. If I just move my hand over, that would take care of the issue. So I want you to make sure that you're practicing this sort of thing with your pick directly over the neck pickup. Now, what about the issue of being able to palm mute? Obviously, stuff like that's not going to sound too good if you're playing over here. Palm mutes need to be back here. It's really like a matter of you're going to have to get used to your hand kind of going back and forth a little bit depending on what you're playing. Like I'm very often playing over here when I'm on the higher pitch strings and the higher pitch strings. But as I kind of work my way back down, I can drift a little bit this way, but let's see, what's an example I could do? So what if I'm doing something like this and then jumping into something like that? Well, it's really just I'll have my hand over here, picking over the neck pickup for the most part for this sort of thing. Yeah, that was a shit jump. Going from the low E to the high E, that was a bad idea. So let's say I'm down here, and I want it to be palm muted, and then I don't want it to be palm muted up here. I just kind of shift where my pick is kind of hovering over. So I'll make those adjustments. Like if I need to palm mute, I'll move it back. If I'm not palm muting and I need to keep the strings from ringing out down here, I'll move over here. So it's really a matter of just you got to get used to your hand being here. You got to move it over here because we want it to be nice and clean. Even though we're playing with distortion, we need to be eliminate all the unwanted noise, right? So yes, big thing with numbers 1 and 2 here. I want to see how it goes this week. And I like to call these things 4-note coils. So we're gonna, number 1 will be an ascending 4-note coil. Number 2 will be a descending 4-note coil. And just all on the top 2 strings. So I want to make sure you can do stuff like this and keep all those lower strings quiet. So pick over the neck pickup when you're doing numbers 1 and 2 here. And then, let's see. Oh, I had a thought and I just completely forgot it. Anyway, we'll see if I think of it later. Yeah, and then, yeah, for the rhythm thing, redo that one, just 60 going up in 5s. Let's see where you get. And, yeah, send it over as soon as you got it. So, with this 4-note coil, you may have done some stuff like this in solos and whatnot. It's a fairly common kind of idea. It's very difficult to get going fast with. So it's really going to test the alternate picking skills, and you're going to be weaving in and out of the strings and whatnot. So basically, this is in a 6/4 time signature in order to help see the patterns more easily. And I also have the notes beamed together in groups of 4 to show the 4-note coil a little more easily. So basically, you got the first 4 notes and just going up 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next group of notes, you start with the second note you did in the first coil, or the first set of notes. So right there, 12 and the 12, or the B and the B. And then that note is the second note in the previous little group of notes. So call it a coil because it kind of like has like this kind of feel to it. It's like you're ascending and kind of making these little coily circle things with your fingers as you're going up. So yeah, let's demonstrate this. Even though it's a 6/4, I'm counting off 4. It'll just be easier and a little bit faster. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. $180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, number 2. Descending. Whoops. I'm going to put a little right there. You couldn't even see what I did. Yeah, when I looked at this, that bar was red. Because I needed to put the dots on that whole note. Okay, same deal, just doing a descending pattern instead. Back down to 60. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. terrible bad. I went too wild the first time. All right, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brain fart. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Oh, not that yet. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And good chance you'll find one or the other more difficult. A lot of times people have difficulty with descending stuff. And every now and then it's the opposite. But all right, that is that. Yeah, any questions come up, let me know. And I will see you again in your new videos.